Morning, Dick.
George?
Sounds like Mr. Bennett is practicing again.
Yeah, he played till 2 this morning, and he's starting up again at...
7:15.
Right.
Look at this.
I'm trying.
It's her eye, Dick.
It was an eye. Now it's just a bunch of lines in a bag. That man is keeping everybody awake.
Not me. I can't hear him at all out over the garage.
You know, Joanna slept fine, too. I watched her.
Dick, when are you going to make Mr. Bennett stop?
Look, I promised him he could practice here as long as we had no other guests. He's going to be leaving in a couple of days, and I just can't tell him to stop. But I will.
God, isn't life wonderful when you're doing what you were born to do? Thank you.
Mr. Bennett?
Yes?
What would you like for breakfast?
Dick!
Just a cup of coffee. I want to get right back to my room to practice.
Oh, really? Dick?
Mr. Bennett, could I ask you a favor?
Anything you want. You're helping my dream come true. Without you, I wouldn't have a prayer at that audition.
Right. Could you please not play your trumpet anymore?
What?
In your room. It's the acoustics. Maybe you'd be better off practicing in...
Switzerland.
The basement.
Hey, great idea. I bet Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White will sound great down there.
He's been playing Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White?
I thought it was the theme from Shaft.
Good morning.
Says who?
It's Joanna, Dick.
Honey, I was just thinking about the funniest thing. Do you remember Jonathan Hill?
Was that the Jonathan you were dating right before you met me and forgot right after?
Yes.
What about him?
I know you'll appreciate this. I kind of have a date with him.
You made a date with a guy who's not Dick?
Most people cut down on that after they're married.
Well, I shouldn't even call it a date. We just decided 20 years ago that no matter where we were living or what we were doing, we'd meet at the Sky Room in New York at 8 p.m. this Friday.
Wow, that's really romantic.
No, it's really ridiculous.
Well, Dick, it's not like I'm thinking about going. That would be silly.
Yeah.
Jonathan probably won't even remember.
Well, of course he won't.
What do you mean, of course he won't? You don't know the kind of relationship we had.
Sure I do. What kind of relationship did you have?
Casual.
Don't you think if he were going to show up, he'd call?
I would.
Honey, how could Jonathan call? Last time I saw him, I was still in school, and he was on his way to Kenya with the Peace Corps. He doesn't know where I live, and I'm not Joanna McKenna anymore. I'm Joanna Loudon.
So let's keep it that way.
Honey, I'm not going.
Oh, phooey.
I have a whole new life, and I'm sure Jonathan does, too. We were crazy to make a date like this. Crazy and wild and casual. Come on, Stephanie, I'll help you with the breakfast.
Dick, I think you should have a talk with Joanna.
Why is that, George?
I don't think she knows what casual means.
Okay, Stephanie, Stephanie? Stephanie! Oh! I found my yearbook. Oh, good. Maybe it'll help keep my mind off that racket.
Careful, you'll wrinkle Jonathan.
Oh, sorry. Although it might give you some idea of what he looks like today.
Oh, hi. Okay if I make myself a quick sandwich?
Oh, sure, help yourself.
Thank you.
Isn't it true you're not supposed to play a trumpet for an hour after you've eaten?
No.
Well, at least we won't have to listen to that stupid song for a while.
Da 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 da.
Come on, let's have have a look at Jonathan.
Okay. Jonathan Hill. This must be exciting for you.
Stephanie, you're the one who wanted to see him, not me. Page 72.
Hill. Hill. Well, you have to go.
Oh, Stephanie, it was just a college romance. It was nothing compared to what I have with Dick. But boy, does this take me back. You know, Jonathan used to write poetry. And he could play the guitar, and oh, he had such a beautiful voice.
Wow. All that and a dimple in his chin. Oh, Joanna, don't you want to see him again? In color?
Who knows if he'll even show up?
What if he does and you don't? How can you break a 20-year promise to that chin?
Hi. I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl.
I know, Larry.
Do you think we could speak to the man of the house?
Dick?
Miss Stephanie? May I say your eyes are the most glorious shade of pink?
Hi, guys. What can I do for you?
Well, for 2 days and nights now, we've been hearing the sound of an animal in distress coming from this end. That kind of thing just tears Daryl up inside. So we came over to see what we could do to ease its misery. Daryl brung a rock.
It's not an animal. It's a man playing the trumpet badly.
Well, it did seem strange that a wounded critter would screech out cherry pink and apple blossom white. They tend to pick one sound and stick with it until...
Fellas, thanks for offering to help, but there's no wounded critter, and what we do have is leaving tomorrow.
Okay, if it's just one more night. I guess we can use this to help Daryl sleep.
Well, I know what I'm going to do.
What are you doing, Stephanie?
Hiding his trumpet.
Are you crazy? You can't hide a trumpet in there. It won't fit. Over here.
Dick! Oh, come on, stop it. Yeah, come on. Oh, hi, Mr. Bennett, from the kitchen with a sandwich. Well, I have to go upstairs and wash the beds.
Hi.
What are you doing with my trumpet?
Oh, Joanna asked me how tall this chair was, and I said I thought it was about 1.5 trumpets tall. And darned if I wasn't right.
Really? The same height as my son. Do you need to measure anything else?
No. What's this?
Oh, it's just my college yearbook.
Oh, this would be the one that Jonathan's in.
It's on page 70 something. What do you think?
I'd say 20 years ago he was not ungood looking for a guy with an oversized dimple in his chin.
Why can't you just say he's handsome?
Honey, what women think is handsome and what men think is handsome is worlds apart. George, you think this guy is good looking?
Well, he's okay.
You see?
But wow, look at that Jonathan Hill guy. He's a dreamboat. Jonathan Hill. Say, isn't he the...
Yeah.
Well, he's okay.
Well, if all the reviews are in, I'll just put this away.
Dick, don't you think this might be getting just a touch out of hand?
What is, George?
This Jonathan stuff. Jonathan this, Jonathan that.
George, what are you worried about? She already said she isn't going to go.
Yeah, but she keeps on saying it. First thing you know, she'll be saying it long distance from New York. Maybe you should talk with her.
George, marriage is like porcupines. Porcupines need to get close to each other for warmth, but if they get too close, they spear each other. Now, if I flat out told Joanna she couldn't go to New York, then I'd be like a porcupine who pulls his mate too close and
fills her so full of holes you could use her to drain spaghetti.
makes her uncomfortable. But my porcupine knows she's free to go, and that's why she's staying here.
What are you two talking about?
Porcupines.
Yeah, and marriage and spearing each other.
Yeah, I was just telling George that, we love and trust each other, and that's why I give you leeway.
You mean like if I had wanted to go to New York?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Dick, suppose I had wanted to go. What would you have said?
I would have said, give my regards to Broadway.
Of course, I would have wanted you to come with me and meet Jonathan.
No, wouldn't hear of it. I would have insisted that you go alone.
You really are the most wonderful husband a woman could ever want. Dick, if you really feel that way, I will go to New York.
I'm going with you.
Honey, what time is it?
It's 7:10. Would it be easier if I call the timeout every 5 minutes?
Sorry. How do you like these earrings?
Fine. But then it doesn't really count what I like. What counts is what John would like.
You're not being much help.
Well, it's hard to be both timekeeper and fashion advisor.
And jealous husband.
I'm not jealous. Just haven't had much experience helping you get ready for a big date.
Dick, why don't you just come to the Sky Room with me?
Are you kidding? And be bored all night? No way. Now, I got a great evening planned for tonight, beyond great. I've ordered a deluxe meal from room service, and I'm meeting Elliot at the theater. We're seeing Cats.
Oh, that's nice.
Then, knowing Elliot, we'll probably have a nightcap and, who knows, maybe dancing till dawn. Yeah, just a couple of hounds on the prowl in the Big Apple.
Sounds like fun.
How do I look?
Well, I can probably tell better when I wipe the steam from my glasses.
Dick, you've seen this before. I wore it to your publisher's Christmas party.
Yeah, I just don't remember it having that many freckles.
Then you remember wrong.
Is that the perfume I gave you for our anniversary?
Honey, if he says I smell nice, I'll tell him the perfume was a gift from you.
You're gonna let him smell you?
Honey, I love you. If you don't want me to go, I won't go.
No, I want you to go.
Thanks. I'd kiss you, but I don't want to smear my lipstick.
Dick and Joanna?
New York.
The trumpet guy?
Checked out.
George?
Gone for a while.
All right, then. Let the games begin.
Oh, no.
I guess it's written all over my face. I flunked the audition.
Oh. Well, thanks for stopping by and telling us. I'll be sure to let everybody know.
No. I'm too depressed to drive home.
Oh, don't be silly. Just play the radio and keep the windows rolled down.
Just drive those blues away.
I've got to face it. I wasn't born to toot. Can I have my room back?
Oh, okay. But I think you should know there have been a few shakeups since you left. There's a new rule of the inn. No trumpet playing. Ever.
Fine with me. I don't ever want to look at this thing again.
Would you like another pina colada?
No, thank you. I'm not going to wait much longer. By any chance,
No, ma'am. No one has asked for Joanna McKenna. I have my eyes peeled. We all do.
Excuse me? Are you looking for me?
No, actually, I was looking for her. This does not happen every place we go. You're just being paranoid.
I could have told you that wasn't him.
Could I have my check, please?
Sure you'd want to give him another 10 minutes?
I've already given him 20 years.
Can I help you?
Yes. Do you have a customer named Joanna Loudon? I mean, McKenna?
Did you say McKenna? Bernard!
No, you don't understand. I just wanted to know if she was here.
Yeah, she's here. She's dying to see you. It's him.
No, you don't understand. She's waiting for her date. I'm her husband.
Oh, dear. We don't want any trouble here, sir. Well, it took you long enough. Right over here.
I was just explaining to him.
It's about time you got here. First you run off to King Ann, now this.
I don't want her to know I'm here, and I've never been to Kenya.
Dick?
I thought his name was Jonathan.
No, it's Dick.
This isn't the guy?
No.
Well, if Jonathan shows up, do you still want me?
I don't think we have to worry about Jonathan anymore. Thank you.
Hi. Nice dress.
Why did you have to follow me? Couldn't you have just come when I invited you?
Oh, sure, but then I wouldn't have met the guys. So, Jonathan didn't come.
Why did I think he'd remember? Obviously, I meant nothing to him.
You wouldn't have made this date if you didn't mean something to him.
But he didn't keep it.
Maybe he has amnesia. Maybe he's still in Kenya and he's married to somebody who isn't as understanding as I am about these kind of things. I understand Kenyan women are like that.
No, he just forgot me.
Well, I know he didn't forget you. Maybe he's dead.
I never should have come here. These last few days were so exciting. Just thinking about that time in my life made me feel like a college kid again. Now Jonathan's not here and I've aged 20 years in an hour.
Well, the one I feel sorry for is Jonathan. He had one chance in 20 years to see you again, and he blew it. I mean, the smart one was the guy who showed up tonight, Dick Loudon.
Complimentary bottle of champagne for Joanna McKenna and Jonathan Hill.
For the last time, I am not complimentary.
Oh, yes. Any couple who keeps a date after 20 years deserves encouragement.
Open her up. Well, what the heck? I mean, we're in the best nightclub in town. We're in the most exciting city in the world. I'm with the most terrific woman in the world. And you're with a dimpleless wonder.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To us.
I'd give you a kiss, but I don't want to smear your lipstick.
Damn the lipstick.
Meow. Quite a storm, huh?
What tipped you off? The way the rain is coming down, or the fact that all your guests are holed up inside this quaint little pillbox?
Well, I know it must be a disappointment that the rain spoiled your vacation, but we do have things here to pass the time, like puzzles, games, books.
Great. Vacationing here sort of like being sick in bed.
Mr. Armentrout's a very nasty man.
Well, honey, his vacation's been ruined. I'm sure underneath it all, he's a complete jerk.
Hi, everybody. Boy, is it neat out there. This rushing water, mud, gusting wind just kind of makes you glad to be alive.
Yeah, that's just what Mr. Armentrout was telling us.
Did you get the supplies, George?
Oh, I couldn't. The mud washed out the road. You should see it. Well, you can't see it because it's washed out. All you can see is mud. That's what you should see.
But we're out of necessities. We don't have milk, eggs, bread, magenta red nail polish.
Gee, I'm kind of messy. I better take these things off on the mud porch.
Thank God for the mud porch.
Michael, looks like you're stranded here tonight.
I don't want to be any trouble.
Michael, this is an inn. People have stayed over before.
Stephanie, why don't you make up room 6 for Michael?
Okay. I'll get you an extra blanket and a picture of me for your bedside table.
Heaven times 2. Dick, you've got to get me out of here.
Why?
Stephanie's never seen me in the same clothes 2 days running. I've never seen me in the same clothes 2 days running.
Oh, I can lend you something of mine.
Sure, take a bad dream and turn it into a nightmare.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Darryl, and this is my other brother Darryl. Excuse our appearance, but they've just been out making angels in the mud.
Well, what can we do for you?
No, it's what we can do for you.
Okay, what can you do for us?
We thought the neighborly thing would be to lend assistance in this hour of slime.
Well, if you've got any extra food at the cafe, we don't have anything for breakfast.
Well, what do you need?
Well, eggs.
What kind?
Chicken.
think we can scrape up some of them.
And we could use butter and bread and milk.
Cow's milk.
Miss Stephanie?
Hi, Larry. As long as you're going shopping, could you pick me up some magenta red nail polish, extra glossy?
They're not going shopping. They're giving us some food.
Oh, well, pooh.
I think that's it.
Well, I guess we should be going. Daryl hates to waste precious time indoors on a night like this.
Stephanie, is Michael's room ready?
And waiting. I turned on your bed, I tuned the TV to channel 8, and I set your electric blanket to 6 and a squidge.
What else could a man ask for? Except a blow dryer, toothbrush, and a change of clothes. Cologne, shoe trees, water pick, styling mousse. Where's Stephanie?
She's in the kitchen getting breakfast.
Dick, let me have your comb. It's an emergency.
I don't have one on me.
What are you doing? You look okay.
And that's disgusting.
Stephanie!
Michael!
How's my girl?
Your hair, your clothes, that stuff in the corner of your eye.
I guess the Sandman was here.
You mean the black man?
Stephanie, you've got to believe me, I usually look so much better in the morning. I just didn't have any of the proper equipment.
Next time we'll put out styling forks.
Okay, who had poached?
Good morning, Miss Stephanie. You look particularly lovely with eggs in your hands.
Thank you.
I took the opportunity to go in town and get that nail paint you asked me for.
Oh, Larry, you saved my life. But how did you get into town? I thought the roads were washed away.
Oh, that just added a little sport to it. Magenta red, right? I also thought the flaming coral was kind of nice. You might want to try that shade sometime.
You don't think it would be too flashy?
No, ma'am, not on a blonde.
Larry, why don't you boys sit down and Stephanie will make you some of those eggs you brought.
Thank you. Daryl and I'll have the chicken eggs. Daryl here prefers the other.
The other?
Larry, what kind of eggs are these?
Scrambled?
Scrambled chicken or scrambled other?
Once they're scrambled, it's anybody's guess.
Well, I hate to eat God knows what and run, but I have a book to write.
I'll check your spelling.
Great. Eggs from my chick.
I don't know why, Michael, but things like that sound funnier from a groomed person.
Hey, miss, I was here first. Why are you serving him before me?
He was closer to the kitchen.
And I'm taller. What difference does that make?
I have yours right here.
Well, take him back. While you over there yakking, they got cold.
Excuse me. I must speak. Didn't your mom ever tell you you could catch more flies with honey than with vinegar?
No. Want to make something of it? Butt out. Get me another breakfast, bubblehead.
Well, I think I've heard just about enough.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl.
So?
We just thought you might like to know the names of your assailants. Because if you don't stop abusing Miss Stephanie, we're going to be on you like scum on a pond. Now eat your breakfast. And smile.
Thanks for standing up for me.
Don't forget, I set him up with the flies and vinegar line.
All I know is sometimes I wish certain parties could be more like you, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry.
Hi, Larry. Where's your brother Daryl and And your other brother, Darrell?
They went to see Old Yeller.
I love that movie.
There's a movie?
Well, what can I do for you?
Actually, I came over here for some girl talk.
With me?
I'm pleased to announce I got myself a wife. Somebody to cook my meals, to bear my children, fill up my senses, milk my goat.
Well, who's the lucky woman?
Miss Stephanie.
Stephanie Vanderkellen?
Yes, sir.
Your wife?
That's the one.
Oh, I don't understand. She was single at breakfast.
Oh. Well, I hadn't exactly popped the question yet. Well, I got her picked out, and that's half the hog.
She already has a boyfriend.
That sloppy fella at breakfast? All the signs point to her preferring me.
Well, sometimes we misread the signs. I know for a fact that she's very much involved with Michael.
Oh. Well, how are we going to make her see the light?
Well, first of all, we aren't. And second of all, there is no light.
Well, let's don't give up yet. Can you give me some advice on how to win her heart?
No.
Well, how'd you win the vital organ of the lovely Miss Joanna?
I don't know. I took her out, bought her flowers and candy, bathed.
Flowers and candy, huh?
Larry, I don't think that's going to do it for you. I really can't emphasize strongly enough that Miss Stephanie has absolutely no...
I don't care if it's going to be rough hoeing. My family's persistent in the pursuit of love. My daddy courted my mama for 5 months before she said those words he is longing to hear. Okay, untie me and I'll marry you.
I really can't emphasize strongly enough.
I'm just sorry you had to be exposed to all this.
That's all right, silly. I love you for who you are, not how you usually look.
Well, ciao.
Drive safely. Change those clothes. Boy, relationships. Work, work, work.
I don't believe this place. Lousy room, lousy food, lousy service, lousy weather. Thanks a lot. This is the worst weekend I ever spent in my life.
That'll be $70.
Listen, lady, if you think I'm going to pay full price for a weekend at Motel Hell, you're crazy.
Mr. Armentrout, you've done nothing but insult me, my husband, our employees, our guests, and our inn. If you don't stop complaining and pay your bill, I'm going to jump down your throat and pull your wallet out from the inside.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, why don't I save you the trouble?
I'll get you your change.
Keep it! Deposit for next year!
Good afternoon, Miss Stephanie.
Oh, Larry, I know you have to run.
Oh, Larry, I wanted to thank you again for the nail polish. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As you can see, it was worth it.
Sure was.
The next time you're in town, could you pick me up some blusher?
Stephanie.
Miss Stephanie, I'd eat bees for you.
Well, Larry, we don't want to tie you, hold you up.
Dick, why did you rush him out like that?
Honey, I just wanted to keep this thing from mushrooming.
What thing?
Stephanie, Larry likes you.
I know.
No, I mean he really likes you.
Most men do, Dick.
Are you blind? Don't you know what all that bee-eating stuff was about? The man is in love with you.
You mean it's serious?
Yeah.
Involving hormones and everything?
And possibly ropes.
Here it is, the inevitable dinner invitation.
Come for victuals tonight. Larry.
Here we go again. Time to break another heart, shatter a man's dreams, leave him a tiny pool of what he once was. What to wear, what to wear.
This heart isn't going to be that easy to break.
It never is. Some men pout, some men cry, some men stare coldly into space.
These men tie people up and carry them off.
That's a new wrinkle.
You certainly can't go over there alone.
Well, I won't. Dick will come with me.
I will.
Just to wait outside in case I need you.
Oh, okay. How will I know if you need me?
We'll have a signal. Let me think. How's this?
Got it.
Here goes. Hello? Larry? Daryl?
Good evening. I'm Larry.
Hi, Larry. I want to talk to you.
My ears can't wait. Daryl will take your coat.
Hands. Okay.
Would you care to take a lovely load off?
Okay. Larry.
Was that the signal?
It sounds kind of like music.
I didn't know Daryl played a comb.
I didn't know Daryl owned a comb.
Is this why I spent money on music lessons? I think it's time I spoke my mind. Miss Stephanie, would you consider spending the rest of your days with such a humble pup as myself?
Oh, what a sweet way to put it. But no way, Jose. The fact is, I have a boyfriend.
But you told me you liked me better.
When?
I'll always remember those words you said. It's like they're tattooed on my heart. All I know is sometimes I wish certain parties were more like you, Larry.
Larry, you may have made more of that than was intended.
What do you mean?
It's not that I don't like you, too, but I love Michael.
Well, what if something happened to him? Like if he got hit by lightning or fell in a river or somebody accidentally left a Wolverine in his bathroom. Then might I have reason to hope?
I wouldn't think so.
I see. Then I guess there's just one more thing to do. Daryl, get the sack.
All right, nobody move.
What's going on here?
They're going to put me in a bag.
Well, we won't let them.
No, you were going to. You sent Daryl for the sack.
You mean that sack? You may be petite, but you ain't gonna fit in this.
Oh, Larry, my blusher.
There seems to be something as yet unexplained. Why were you two outside skulking around?
Well, you know, you told the story of when your mother and father were dating, and they tied the knot. After they untied the knot, and we thought maybe, you know, it was a family tradition.
It wasn't tradition. That was just weird. Didn't I make that clear?
Well, it was clear it was weird, but it wasn't clear if you thought it was weird. I'm sorry.
Miss Stephanie, I'm crunched. Did you think I was going to do the same thing to you?
Well, Larry, I didn't know what to expect. You're not like any other man I've ever met or heard about. I hope you can forgive me.
Miss Stephanie, I'd rather gargle dirt than stay mad at you.
Oh, good.
Well, we'll be right outside, across the way. In the inn, probably upstairs.
Gee, Dick, I've got some work to do in the garage. Maybe I could come up later.
Good.
Miss Stephanie, I guess now you have a little better understanding of the workings of my mind.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Well, will you marry me?
Larry, Michael is my first choice. A lot of other people are my second choice, and I mean a lot. So in a way, you're kind of third.
Well, that's the nicest stomping my heart it's ever had. I'll never wash this face again.
Ah, gee. Well, does that Vittles invitation still stand? Oh, it smells absolutely...
Freeze!